Hey, this is Cool Trains in Montreal, and I wanted to share with you today my fleet of grain cars. And in the background there is my large grain elevator. So this grain elevator I got from a local hobby shop that is no longer around. It was called Le Coin de Cheminot that many years ago. And I found a really good deal in there. There was like three uh, Walters kits. And I got them for like 25 bucks because there was some like pieces missing and whatever, but there was enough in there to make one grain elevator with a whole ton of silos. And it took me a few years later on to build it, but here it is. So this is my large export grain elevator. It's pretty cool. I mean, I took some extra, what do you call it, details from, I think it was a Bachmann servicing platform for diesels. That was put out by Spectrum a long time ago. I still have some parts for that. And the rest of it is the Walters. Oh yeah, and this is from a Helljan kit. That was the top of a warehouse or something like that. And also here's the rest of the Walters kit. That's what comes with it. That's the walkway at the top there. So this is my very large export grain elevator. And here are my grain cars. Now these are, for the most part, Intermountain cars. And I have three types of them. And there's also some of these CS models. They are really old. I really don't know when they came out, actually. I'd have to do some checking. And they're so old, they still have the old couplers, the horn hook couplers that I have to change. So eventually I'm going to put those with KD couplers. So these are the oldest models. They're Canadian wheat board, the first types. And they're CNWX. All of these cars are actually CNWX, but different paint schemes. And that's because my focus was Canadian National and still is, even though I do have a lot of CP equipment. So the first oldest cars are that Canadian wheat board, the CS models version, with the Canadian flag there, the little Canada, and the wheat sheaves on the end. So then here, the second version of it was these silver ones with the yellow. And you can see one over here. Again, CNWX, silver. I have four of them. And then they went to this third version, which is Canadian wheat board with the sheaf in the middle and orange and yellow. And then the last ones are the Government of Canada ones. And these ones are probably the most prolific because although you do still see the older designs, these ones are the ones that you would have seen in the late 80s, all through the 90s, and even now are very prolific. They're everywhere. So I have six of those. And I also have one bad order car that I didn't put on here that's KD truck is messed up. And one of the CS models ones. So I have five of them, I think. One, two, three. So I have four of those CS model ones. And I have one, two, three, four, five. So I have six of those Canada ones. There's one of them has a bad truck. I also have two kits of those. And I probably won't be building the kits. I'll be selling them. So at some later point, I'll show the kits. I started building it, so I have the body built, but the hard part is the roof walk. Now, when they started offering them, these models as complete ones for about 25 bucks or whatever, 20 bucks, even less, I bought a whole bunch of them. So these cars now are about $26, $30 if you go and buy them in the hobby store. The CS models ones, you can't even get them anymore. And if you can see, these ones are so old, they don't have a see-through roof walk. They have just a little bit of detail on it. The detail is much less on those CS models ones. I still haven't gotten rid of them, though, because I still like them. Yeah, so also, I guess I could show you the Caboose. This is the Prairie Shadow Caboose, Canadian National, with the lighting in it. And the lighting is bright, to say the least, but cool. And I've heard that there's a way to fix that by opening up the model and painting the bulb like a black or a brown, I guess, and that would really tone it down, and I might do that in the future. I have actually opened these up. It's not too difficult to take the shell off of this and inside get into to where the light bulb is and then paint it. So that I will probably do in the future at some point. So because I have my grain cars up here, I wanted to show off also my grain elevator. And that grain elevator, you would see it in a couple of older videos I did of all my old model buildings. So, and this is again my little test layout. This is my 3-foot long by 1 foot deep, basically a test track that I can run trains up and down, well, locomotives, just to test it and to show off things like this. And this is N scale, the power of N scale. You can make some really large buildings in some very small space. So if you like what I do, please subscribe to Cool Trains in Montreal. Have a good day.